Alright guys, to give you a little update, we ate lunch about 20 minutes ago. I was going to record some stuff there, but I had to spend my time calling around to see about getting a battery in the town we're going to be staying in tonight, which is still about 70 miles from here or more. We may end up doing a little bit more because we're not doing the main route. We're doing a little bit more hardcore stuff in between, like not gravel like this, you know. It's really gnarly stuff. So anyway, I spent my lunch calling around and trying to source a battery with zero luck. And currently I'm planning on just bump starting the bike the rest of the day, getting into St. Robert tonight, maybe trying to find a battery then, but chances are everything's going to be closed except Walmart, and I don't think Walmart's going to have it because it's kind of a special battery. So I'm going to pretty much have to pick up a battery tender and hope for the best after that, because it sucks bump starting this, but I did bring a strap, so if I'm on a hill, I can bump start it easily myself, or a flat, pretty flat surface, I can get a good running start. But I brought a strap just in case. That way, if I'm just too dead tired or something and can't push the bike and jump on it, I may have somebody tug me real quick and I can bump start it. But right now, the plan is not to let the bike turn off unless I'm on a hill or something, But all the guys are really cool and willing to help. We did have a member take off. He was on the bigger GS and he just thought some of this was too gnarly for him that we're going to be going through. Because he was having a hell of a time. If you guys seen that I had to help him earlier, which I didn't mind helping him at all. Because I know how it is. I've had a big bike. I wanted to ride with the guys, and it's tough, it's tough. So that's where we're at now. I'm only 18 miles from where we left for lunch, so we're still trucking on. I really didn't get to eat lunch. I had about half my sandwich, and I really didn't want to eat it all because I don't, getting out in the heat and after full stomach really sucks. So I just wanted to eat enough to give me a little energy. I drink a sweet tea, and I think I'm good to go. So I think we're gonna try to cross this now. We've passed up some pretty gnarly stuff, but this doesn't look too terrible. I don't want to be the last one to go, but alright guys, wish me luck. Everybody else is going fine, so I'm just gonna kind of drop in and take it slow. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if the pack's dead or not, but we've gone about 60 miles since lunch, and I really hadn't turned the camera on because it was the southern part of the ride, and I've done a lot of it myself and know a lot of the roads that we were on, and even the shortcuts that we took, I knew them pretty well. So I really didn't want to put that in the video just because it's the same old thing that I've rode before and that kind of thing. Now we're getting into some newer stuff, so I'll be turning the camera on hopefully a little bit more here as we come to some neat stuff. Like I said, we're down one rider, so we're down to 7 people now. We did have 8, and the GS guy had to take off. It just a little bit much for him. But we're still trucking along and connecting routes and that kind of thing. And it's pretty awesome, so I'll keep you updated. Still trucking along, guys, and put another 8 miles on. Of course, it seems like a lot more when you're on gravel. Seems like we've done another 20. But still trucking along here, no other issues or anything, so Still hoping I can get a battery when I get to St. Robert. And if not, I'm going the battery tender route. But I know this battery's shot, because before I left it was just acting up, and I thought it was my battery tender, because the battery showed voltage and I didn't think nothing of it. I figured the battery tender was just fucking up. But no, just the battery was pooched after all. Little update here. Gassed up about 17 miles ago. Currently our plan is to head right for the hotel and drop our gear off, and then we're gonna go out and ride some gnarly trails. I don't know for sure what I'm doing because I need to find a battery, so I may be hanging out there and looking the bike over, but I'm probably gonna go ride because I had my wife call around, so when I get there, if there was a battery available I could get it, but she couldn't find anything, and neither could the lady at Napa. She called around town, but I'm hoping maybe they didn't try like a power sports store. They were like thinking auto parts, you know, the whole time. So maybe with it being Saturday, I can find an auto parts store that's open. Not auto parts, power sports that sells, you know, motorcycles or something, and possibly I could find a battery there, but it's looking rather unlikely at this point. So I'll end up probably going to ride after we drop our stuff off, and then going to buy a battery tender later that night, plug my bike in for the rest of the night. At this point in the ride, my bum is hurting. Not too bad. I mean, I can sit here, but I need to stand up. Kind of like the guy in front of me. I'm sure he's hurting too, because I think that's a WR450 he's on, and I'm sure it's a stock seat probably. The other guys on 690s, KTM 690s, have seat concepts, and I'm sure those are pretty decent.
Alright, so here we stopped to fix this flat, but the guys ended up just pumping some air in the tire, and we ended up riding it to the hotel after this. Alright, after we got the air pumped into the tire, pretty much here you get to see my excitement when I realized my bike had charged the battery up enough to start on its own.
Oh, I thought nobody would notice for a second. Hell yeah. I didn't think a stator would charge a battery from flat. I really didn't, but I guess if you ride long enough. Yeah, hopefully I can go get a battery tender now. Hell yeah. Alright guys, well, my bike just started. I don't think my battery's dead anymore, so awesome. I'm so happy. So now that makes me much more relieved. I can go and get a battery tender tonight. I will be okay tomorrow, and I will ride home from St. Clair in the dark if I have to. Woo! Fuck yeah. That was a lot of worry and stress and everything. I mean, bump starting's fine, but man, I don't want to have to do it. Oh, it just sucks though, because I want to use my GPS. So I guess when I get home, I'm gonna order, I think it was like a 200 watt stator, like a nice stator, you know. I can run accessories and not worry, you know. So we're missing 3 guys back there. 2 of them were lagged behind doing something when we took off, and one of the leaders of the group stayed back to wait for him. I mean, these guys are just top notch. Some of the nicest guys, you know, and they just love to ride, you know. It just doesn't matter. Just like when they let that guy on the GS come. They knew he was going to probably have problems and slow him up, but they just figured if he wanted to go, let him go. You know, it's his motorcycle. He needs to experience freedom, and sometimes you need to see what your limit is. And he reached his limit, but the good news is he wants to get a smaller bike now to ride and do some of this stuff, you know. So, I mean, I think he would have been better off going with a different group, but he was kind of tired from what we had already done. I mean, if we did this all day that you see, it would be fine, but we were doing like hardcore, rocky, rutted out, hilly, and, you know, and then we did some water crossings and stuff that were pretty hairy, but he did all right at that stuff. But you could tell that he was tired, and from, if you look at the video of me helping him, I was tired. I mean, I wouldn't never leave a guy behind, and that's, when I ran back to get him, I thought it was just him back there, and I forgot that there was another, I think there was 2 more people behind him, but I thought it was just him because we were waiting there and nobody was coming. But the other 2 guys were behind him, even not having a problem, they were just waiting or something. But the guy on the GS had a problem, so I helped him and got him up, and I know how that is because I had a big bike. I've had to have help before, so you want friends to ride with that don't mind to help you. They're not going to get mad, you know, when you say, hey, I need help, you know, and they have to come back, you know. It sucks, I admit. Like, it sucked for me to have to go all the way back there and help him, but I didn't bat an eye. I mean, I immediately got off my bike and zipped back there to help him because that's just how it is, you know. It's really like a brotherhood, you know, and that's what's good about motorcycling. You're just about, you know, you'll do anything for somebody. Like when the guy in front of here, second guy, well, one guy in front of the guy ahead of me had a flat. Everybody stopped, everybody took their jackets off, and everybody went to help. So it's just, that's how it is, guys. So everybody live their life, just help people out, and don't bat an eye when somebody that's behind you, whether it's behind you financially, in life, anything, just turn around and give them a helping hand up, you know. It's going to completely change their outlook on the day. And, you know, that guy was, he was having a bad day with that bike, and he was all smiles because everybody stopped to wait, everybody helped him, and it's really awesome. So find yourself some friends like that. You want friends that are going to help you at the drop of a hat. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, and we're on our way to the hotel, and I'll turn the camera back on when we get there or when we go back out to ride. So hopefully my Cena caught the audio and recorded it to GoPro here, but I don't know. I don't have enough time to stop, you know, because I'm not going to make everybody stop for me to do camera crap, because I'm the only one recording. So anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned. We got more coming today. Alright guys, we're getting into Devil's Elbow now, here just before St. Robert, and this place was absolutely devastated by the flood. This town was determined as gone, so I don't know what it looks like now. So as of early Monday last week, which is about 6 days ago now, 5 days ago, whatever, they just said it was a total loss in this town. So I don't know what it's going to look like or anything, so we're going to check it out together here. Oh, once we take some of these fucking ruts. But we're going to go across the Devil's Elbow Bridge. But you can see here, this is just an absolute flood zone. The road is still wet, and it's been sunny all day today and all day yesterday. And it's just, see, the hills are still draining out because they were just so soaked up with water, you know. And that's why the flood happened, because we had rain just before that torrential downpour that we had. We got like 8 inches and then another 4 inches a day or two later. So all the hills around here and ground was just soaked with water. So when it did come down, it just absolutely flooded down the hills into the river. All of this was covered right here. This was just covered. You could see the tape back there. They had the road cut off and everything. So, and you can see it's still flooded down there. When I came through here probably 2 weeks ago, it was completely dry down there. Just little mud holes, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of behind. I had to wait for 3 other guys behind me, so I'm kind of the leader now. Not really, but you know, the other guys are way ahead. So yeah, there's the river now, and that's the river that destroyed Devil's Elbow. And you can see this road. When I went across this road just, you know, a couple weeks ago, it was perfect. I mean, it was smooth, and now it's just... it's just nasty now. Look how much it's up even. So this flood came up to that bridge at least. Completely took the bar out up here, the Devil's Elbow in. It's not a in, but look at that. Wow. Wow, look at this. Unbelievable. Look at it, all the debris up on the bridge even. Good God, oh my God. Holy crap. Alright guys, we're going to go follow this guy across. It's in our group. Just look at the damage down there. Wow. Unbelievable. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I heard, man. And I was just up here 2 weeks ago. I drove through here.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, literally like 2 weeks ago I came up here.
That wasn't you shooting the video, was it?
Yeah.
That was on Facebook?
Yeah, probably.
You were talking in it?
Yeah, oh, probably.
Really?
I don't know if I posted one from up here, but I posted quite a bit. There's a...
I heard it was a whole house.
Oh, this right here was, huh? Man. Unbelievable. Look at that, they're still clearing out the houses and stuff. Wow. Yeah, so they said this town was done, but I don't know how far up here it came. It don't look like it came this far. Just back there at the bottom and the end. Unbelievable though. You just don't realize what damage a river can do when you live next to it until you get that one historic like rain, you know, that's just unprecedented. You would, I mean, this place has been here a long time, and I don't know if it's ever flooded up like that. I mean, most of the flood records we had were back to 1920 that they broke, and they broke those by 15 to 18 feet or something above the old record, you know, and that's a lot, man. People don't expect it. I mean, I can't imagine if, I mean, I hope they were all watching the weather that night and got the hell out, but some people are stubborn. They don't believe the news and the weather and stuff, you know. They just said, you know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, but yeah, the other guys caught back up. We all met back up at Devil's Elbow there. And now we're gonna head to, wow, that's a big no. We're gonna head to the hotel, see what happens. Alright guys, we're coming in to our hotel here. So this is where we'll be staying at tonight.